It's time to hop on board with the DTF trend, and we are going to put DTF on wood today with our prints from Siser. Hi, my name is Kelsey with Creative Fabrica, and today we have teamed up with Siser to bring you a very special deal for Easter. So make sure you stick around through the video to hear all about our special Easter promo. Today we are gonna go step by step on how to use DTF on wood. This sign came out so beautiful, it's perfect for summer, and I can't wait to hang it up outside. So if you're ready, let's get our irons hot and jump into it. Hey crafty friends, this is huge. For this Easter only, you can snag a full year of all access or extend your current yearly plan for just $47. And that comes with a free Easter gift valued at $31. Let me tell you all about it. You'll get 3 vibrant DTF prints by Siser. Choose your DTF print set from our selection of pre-designed sets. This incredible offer, brought to you by Creative Fabrica and Siser, is available in the contiguous US, Canada, and Europe. But wait, there's more. You get a free gift with every yearly all-access purchase. If you buy a yearly subscription and an extension, you'll receive 2 gifts. There's no limit. Extend your subscription for 10 years and you'll get 10 free gifts. So here I have my wood plank. I'm gonna take off all of the wrapping, and this was a relatively cheap blank. I think I got it for like $3, and it worked out really well. It came pre-painted, as you can see, and I was a little worried about this, but it ended up working totally fine. So when you go into projects like this, go in scared and do it anyway. Worst case scenario, I ruined a $3 blank and I learned something from it. So I am preheating my iron to 290. It's a little hard to see on the camera, but it is at 290 degrees Fahrenheit. And I am going to set this off to the side while we prepare our DTF sheet. Now I have 2 on this sheet and one of them fit perfectly onto my sign, so I was super happy about that. So what's great is all of these are individual designs that you can cut out, and so I'm just going to use a pair of scissors to cut out the Tequila Sunrise design, and then I'll set that meltdown off to the side, and I'll probably make a cute little tote bag out of that one. So to prepare my wood, I'm just using the iron to get out any like moisture that might be in there. This is optional, but it is helpful. I'm warming up the wood just a little bit, and DTF is meant to go on pretty much any sort of garment. So we are trying this on a different sort of blank, which is fun and different and can make beautiful signage. So DTF really will stick well to cotton and polyester and canvas and jean, but doing it on wood, it just takes a little more patience. So be prepared for that. I do have heat resistant tape here. This is optional. You don't have to have this to make it, but it definitely is helpful to secure your design into place. Now I definitely suggest an iron like a Cricut mini press or one of the bigger presses. I'm using the HTV Ront mini press where I can actually look at the temperature that's on there, which is super, super nice. So I do have it set to the 290. If you're doing this with a mini press, I would probably go with a medium to high heat, but just be cautious as you do it. And you just want to go through and press for about 15 seconds. Now I'm doing small sections. If you have the bigger easy press, obviously you would just put that down on, I would put it on a mat for sure, but you would put it down on your sign and you would let it do for 15 seconds with a nice pressure on there as well. But I'm gonna use this little press, and you just have to have patience as you do it, because you want to make sure that it's really adhered on. So basically you're warming up that glue on the back of the DTF transfer, and it has to work its way itself into the wood. So you do have to have patience as you're going around, especially when it comes to those little letters. When you're doing something like the ounces, you want to make sure that it's adhered before you start pulling, or just like with any heat transfer vinyl, it's not gonna come off. Also, when you're making your sign, make sure you put it the right way up, because I got a little nervous as I was doing this and I realized I didn't check where my rope was. So I am doing my light pressure. I'm gonna go through, and every so often you'll see me check, and then I will peel very gently. I had a lot of issue getting that like sort of smudge that's in the background that you can see behind the drink. And so that didn't really want to adhere super well. And it was probably because it's so light, it's almost like a transparent part of the DTF transfer. So just, again, patience is key here, and using a lot of good pressure, a medium pressure at the 290. So just take your time on this. You might need to press again. Don't worry if you do. So you'll see I'm letting it cool a little bit, and then I'm just peeling ever so gently, but there is some pulling up in that section. So I just put it back down and go back to my iron. Now I'm just using a felt tipped spatula here, so it is softer. I didn't want to, scratch anything or ruin anything, just to kind of help that adhesive here adhere down. So you can do this optionally, but you'll see I'm going back in with that iron and making sure that it is nice and adhered. It does help if you let it cool for just a second or two before you pull. You don't want it to be super, super hot because then the glue is still tacky. But I do keep checking. See, I'm rubbing it on right after I heated it up. And this is, of course, is going to absorb some of the heat as well. So I'm going to let it adhere on, and then I'll start pulling again very gently. Now, after a lot of patience and a lot of heat and going back and forth and checking, it finally adhered, and so I can start pulling this off. And I'm still working gently just in case anything else decides to start pulling as I'm going along. Now, the other thing you have to keep in mind is when you work with DTF is on wood or on any of your clothes, you do need to do a double press. So we're gonna have to go back anyway if anything's a little bit up, and we're gonna make sure that it's nice and secure with our second press. So you see I'm going through really gently. Some of my letters weren't perfect, but they did adhere a little bit, so I was able to continue moving on. And this white with this DTF transfer, it just looks so professional. So I really was impressed with it, and these prints are really nice. Now I'm gonna go over with my Teflon sheet. You can also use parchment here if you don't have a Teflon sheet. And I'm gonna use, again, my small iron over it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm gonna do little circles to make sure everything is adhered down. So this is definitely something you wanna do to make sure it's nice and secured to your wood. And then once I feel like everything has been sufficiently ironed on, your sign is done. So this is a super easy project to do. It just requires a lot of patience, in my opinion. And as someone who's not exactly a patient crafter, I would say this one tested me a little bit, but I love the way that it came out. Thank you so much for joining me as we made our DTF wood sign. You don't want to miss this incredible Easter deal. Score a year of all access or extend your current subscription for only $47 and get an exclusive $31 value gift on us. And you get to choose from a set of pre-designed DTF print sets. This offer from Creative Fabrica and Siser is available in the contiguous United States, Canada, and Europe. And even better, you'll get a free gift with every year you add on. So get a yearly subscription and add on an additional year, you get 2 gifts. No limit. 10 years, get 10 gifts. If you enjoyed this tutorial today, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for new crafty videos, and share this with one of your friends who needs to get in on this deal now. I will see you soon in my craft room, and stay crafty.